Hey Nick, how's it going? My name's Brian. I saw your request in Cult of Copy for a breakdown of your landing page, how you can improve it. I got 5 things for you that I think will really ramp this thing up to the next level. First of all, congrats on what you've done so far for only having read a handful of copybooks and having this up there. That's really impressive. This is very much a case study of what happens once you do all the things the book tells you, and then, okay, now what? How do you make it even better? So we're going to get into some more advanced kind of stuff today that you don't quite see in a lot of the books. So I think you're really going to dig what we have for you. So the big takeaway from the sales page, as I see it, is it's pretty much Vince saying, hey guys, I've got the system for getting shredded. It worked for me. It's worked for all these other people. It can work for you too. And and here's all these other examples. And it's it's great. And the only issue is that it's really the same as a lot of pitches they've seen a million times before. There's no shortage of sales pages with jacked guys and before and after pictures of their clients going, hey, this system's great. You should buy it. So there's a couple things you can do to really make this resonate with people, to really prove that it's different and better, and to just really get that both the logical part of their brain, the emotional part of their brain, both driving them to go, oh my God, I have to buy this thing right now. So here's how you can do that. First of all, is working on the desire that you build up in this sales page. So basically, like you talked about, the benefit is you get shredded, but that in itself can be kind of vague. Yeah, you have pictures, but even being super clear about what that means, like you're going to lose 10 pounds, you're going to lose 8% body fat, and you're going to get your six-pack, like you're going to start seeing your six-pack. That might be a bit of a bold claim, but that is good because bold claims will suck them in. And, even if people, don't quite follow the system and don't quite get there, you back that bold claim up by saying, look, because this is what happened to these people. And they might not get that, but they'll get certainly close enough to it that they'll be super happy with the results and that they bought from you anyway. So yeah, don't shy away from a big, bold, clear claim of what they'll get. A second way to ramp up that desire is to add some secondary benefits. So right now it's like, hey, you're going to get shredded, but there's also going to be a lot of side benefits that come along with this. They're going to feel more confident. They're going to feel more energy. They're going to have a better sex life. They're going to have, women turning their head and checking them out as they walk down the street. They're going to have their friends coming up to them and being like, dude, what happened? How did you do that? So really paint that picture and get them to, stroke their ego, get them to see themselves in this, future body 90 days from now. And then even talk about how that'll continue for 5 years from now, 10 years from now, do some future pacing. And, like imagine 10 years of having this body and all this incredible experiences and feelings that it comes with it. So that's for the desire part. And then also, as you scroll down, you've got great testimonials, but they're kind of buried. So you've got like this one here. I'd put at least 2 more up here, and then maybe even sprinkle some in throughout the sides as people scroll down, because your testimonials are super good, and it kind of takes a long time to see them, and it's probably the best part of your page. All right, so along with ramping up their desire, you also want to dive deeper into their pain, really twist the knife on it. Really show you understand them. You do a pretty good job showing you understand them with this wall of text of quotes that I'm guessing is from your deep dive survey. The issue is it's just a big wall of text, and like now I just have to read all this and find ones that connect, and it's asking your reader to do a lot. So I think a easier way would be and a more effective way to address their pain would be to dive into more detail about the pain that Vince went through. You kind of gloss over, oh, you know, I tried everything and it didn't work. But really dive into that pain. You know, I tried everything and I'd go to the gym and just feel like this is pointless. And I wanted to be a fitness model, but I wasn't getting anywhere. And I was, you know, I was like waiting tables because this wasn't getting out. And you know, my livelihood was at stake. You know, make this about more than just looking good. Make this, get really deep into that emotion that's going to draw readers in and get them to see like, this is important, this matters. And then you can take quotes like these and weave them throughout the story. You know, these can be like, my workouts just don't show me any progress in the mirror. You know, that can be part of Vince's story, is he was working out, but he wasn't seeing any progress in the mirror. And if you don't have, if Vince does, if his story is not that like, you know, it's kind of hard, but not really, then find someone who really dealt with some difficulty, or, you know, who this really impacted, you know, a friend, a family member, a client that he really helped. You know, for example, like, not just because the guy was strong, I'll just choose an example. The Fat Diminisher sales page was just killing it on Clickbank. They, you know, in the middle of their story, they introduce a woman who, and this is a weight loss product. They introduced a woman who was overweight, went to a doctor, found out she was at risk for heart disease, and then she went to her steps the next morning and watched her daughter run to school and was wondering, oh, how many more days am I going to be able to do this? So that's an emotional gut punch story that's just going to suck the reader in and get them to really see that this is about so much more than just getting fit. Like, there's a lot of, like, this is life or death. If you can get to that level, it's going to take like some research and some digging to find those stories. But when you find those stories, it's super compelling. It really, now it's not just about like going to this desired thing they want. You're also having this other world of like, oh my God, well, I certainly don't want that. So you get like, I want this, I don't want that. And it has like double power, because now your course is what helps them get the thing they want and avoid the thing they don't want. All right, so yeah, so diving deeper into a struggle, being more detailed about it, it'll help Vince be more relatable, and you can raise the stakes to make this about more than just lifting weights and getting big arms. That will make this more emotionally compelling and drive more sales. And the other big thing is the overall positioning of this product. So you basically talk about how, okay, Vince tried everything else and this didn't work, and then he developed his own system and now it works. Okay, but what is it, like, I have no idea what it is about this system that makes it different or better than anything else other than Vince telling me it is. So, you know, as an example of people who do this really well, the Venus Factor, which is a sales page that made about $30 million a year or two ago, and it was super big. They brought people, you know, this was a weight loss product for women, and it gave women a new understanding of their weight loss problem, and that was a big part of their success. So it talked about like, oh, all these other things you tried that didn't work, it's not your fault. It's because women have higher leptin resistance than men, and nobody understands that, and nobody bases any dieting information around it, and that's why nothing has worked. So by reframing the problem and giving the clients or the reader another way to think about the problem, it does a couple things. One, it makes them look to you for the solution. So they're going to be like, oh, and the second part is that it gives them like this sort of aha moment of like, oh yeah, of course those other things didn't work. And now, so now they have this new understanding of the problem, they're going to turn to you for a solution, and you can match your solution up with that problem. Like, okay, nothing else out there fits this specific problem, except for this thing that I had to create. And, you know, the reason, again, because no one else understood the deeper level of the problem like I did, and now you do. So you're educating them, and that's, you know, another example of someone that did that well was the 3-week diet, which is up on Clickbank right now and also doing super well. And they do the same thing. They're like, okay, all these diets, they don't talk about, what was it? It was like cellular inflammation. They ignore cellular inflammation. They ignore good and bad calories, and other diets don't have a reward system set up. And that's why all the other diets fail, and my system does. And here's how it addresses those things. So for you guys, you could make this about like, oh, the problem isn't that you're not working hard enough, that you're whatever. Like the problem is that you haven't got the right information. It's you've been doing all this stuff, but you don't have the information about macros. And once you get macros figured out, I'm kind of guessing that that's what your solution and problem is. I don't really know, but that could just be one angle. You kind of teach them about that and get them to go like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, no wonder, yeah. And of course, that's going to introduce other problems of like, oh man, are you going to make me just eat nothing but boiled chicken and steamed broccoli? And you do raise that fear already in your subhead when you talk about like all you have to do is eat exactly what we tell you to. It's like, all right, like you got to ease that and be like, hey, it's okay. You'll still be able to drink beer and eat pizza with your boys on Sunday when you watch football. If that's the case, you should definitely be including that, because people don't want a super restrictive diet. And if this is a super restrictive diet, then you just play the other angle of like, hey, listen, sorry, this is for serious people only. If you want to just keep daydreaming, go ahead. Yeah, so to recap, you basically want to teach them about the problem, take them deeper into it, really explain in clear, simple language why everything else is broken and the system works. Because then you have the emotional punch of lathering up that desire, of digging into the pain that they want to avoid. And you also have now this new logic about, oh, that's why everything else didn't work, and that's why this program is different than all the others. So you get that logic and emotion working together, and your sales is going to be through the roof, man. All right, and now a couple other smaller points. Those are the two big ones. Some other smaller points is you talk about how you do a great job saying how other programs don't work because they try to be a catch-all to everybody. That's a really smart point. But then you also very much make this sound like it's a catch-all to everybody. You do say like, oh, like this is specifically for you, but I don't know who that is. It seems like it's someone specifically who wants to drop 10 pounds and gain, I don't know, however many like inches around their arms or chests and get more definition and size in their muscle. Like not a ton, but just a couple pounds of muscle. Basically just be more clear and overt about it, about how it's for exactly those people. Like, is this for people who have never gone to the gym before, or is it for people who have a regular workout plan? Like, you don't say that. So the more clear you can be about who this is for, focus on the on the people actually buying this. Even doing that, you'd think you'll be excluding other people, but you're actually just making it more specific and more compelling for even those other people who are kind of on the fringes. So that's one thing. And then another, be clear about who it's for. And then also, after all these great testimonials and the program, blah, 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 and then you just sort of drop the price. Like this normally $9.99. Honestly, I missed that the first 3 times I looked at this. I didn't even know that you included that. So you definitely want to do more to frame the price. You want to make it sound like a bargain for $297. And then, you can do that, but talk about all the money Vince spent on his plan and the years spent and all the reading and books and blah, blah, blah. And then, you make it sound like a deal there. And maybe talk about how Vince charges $500 an hour or whatever it is. He might charge to consult about it. And so you make it sound like a big deal, and then you drop the price, and then then you just slash the price again. Like, no, because I really want everyone to get this. And your reasoning for the price, you could even strengthen that up, because right now it's like, oh, I'm dropping the price because I'm confident it'll work. That's not really a reason to drop a price. And so it's just kind of like, there's a little bit of that, like, I don't know if I believe your thing. And then you also say you drop it because then people buy other programs, but that's kind of weird, because it's like, well, if this program works, why would I buy your other ones? Because I already have this ripped body. So I think that could take a little bit finessing, like why this price, which I won't dive too deep into now because this is a long enough video. And then the final thing, so after you name the price, the sales page is over. Right, right here would be a great spot for like a crossroad close. Like 90 days from now, you could be, and then paint the picture of like, oh, same old thing, just struggling, not really getting anywhere, spending hours at the gym, or in just 20 minutes, and just doing 20-minute workouts. Which, by the way, that should like be in the freaking headline, like. Vince kind of mentioned that in the video, and I'm like, wait, I'm only spending 20 minutes at the gym? Tell me more about that. So, yeah, or, you could keep doing what you're doing, or 90 days from now, you can be 10 pounds lighter, have the six-pack, or just, have the, outline of a six-pack, have an extra half inch of like on your biceps, and feeling hard muscle, having women throw panties at you and men high five you, and feeling all this energy and whatever. Yeah, so basically you just paint a picture of how amazing and incredible their life is going to be once they have your product, right before you ask them to buy. So there you go. That should give you more than enough material to keep you busy for a while. It looks like you guys are doing awesome stuff. So yeah, I look forward to seeing the next iteration of this and what else you guys come up with next. All right, take care.